Hello and welcome to my spoiler review of Tenet. A little bit blurry here for some weird reason. But anyway, I've discussed it in non-spoilers. I've done a non-spoiler review, which I'll leave maybe linked above if I can manage it. So let's talk spoilers in a review form, okay? This movie is absolutely Christopher Nolan's magnum opus. That's kind of what they were saying, wasn't it? It was like, that's the pinnacle. It's the best of the best. It's the cherry on top. And it really is. It really is. I said at the end of my non-spoiler review that if Christopher Nolan stopped making films now, that'd be a good place to stop. Oh boy, would it be a good place to stop. Now, I really like this film for many, many reasons, right? John David Washington's great. He's believable in this role of sort of a hardened CIA turned espionage subterranean ground guy that's, pulling all the strings. As is Robert Pattinson. But what I like the most about this is the plot and how it just weaves itself together. And I couldn't discuss it really in non-spoilers, obviously, because no one really knows anything about the film. But let's get into it. So what is the plot of Tenet? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is a MacGuffin, a device called the algorithm. Now that's the only negative to this film, this MacGuffin. But I get it. I don't mind too much. And I forgive it because the story around it worked seamlessly. I liked it anyway. And this MacGuffin is created far in the future. And it's a way to bring entropy in to the world around it. So the two time streams coincide and then boom, the end of the world. That's as much as I got from it, basically. It's a world-ending device. They called it the algorithm. Bit of a lame name. That's not really how algorithms work, but who cares? And essentially, the person who created it killed themselves. And because we had time travel in the future, they started sending stuff back because they wanted it, and they wanted to destroy the past, to destroy the future, to basically bring down the end of days. And in the future, they recruit Kenneth Branagh's character of Andre, a Russian oligarch. They recruit him, they build him up to this thing to go and get these pieces throughout history, basically. But then also in the future, John David Washington's character is there. And he recruits Robert Pattinson. We don't know that, but he recruits Robert Pattinson to essentially recruit himself in the past. And that's what happens. That's the bulk of it. He recruits himself from the past to go and save the future, save the past. And there's these machines, these inversion machines, that you go through and your entropy is inverted. So it means that the world around you moves forward, but you are moving backwards. And that's the time travel aspect. But because you're moving backwards through the time stream, you can physically travel backwards. You can actually go backwards through time, and they do. And it sets itself up for amazing reveals and also amazing action, because there's some car chase sequences that we've seen in the trailer. There's the plane crash that is we see it in backwards time stream, in forward time stream, and then there's some much better reveals in terms of the emotional weight. So that's sort of the plot, right? That is the big spoiler, okay? And the reason why they wear the masks, okay, because a lot of people were probably wondering that, is because an inverted person can't breathe oxygen. It doesn't get through the cells, so they have to carry their own oxygen, inverted oxygen, when they are inverted and their entropy is going backwards. So it makes sense, actually. The method by which probably does. I mean, no idea. Who knows, right? I'm not a quantum physician. So I don't know whether that makes any goddamn sense, but the way they establish the science, it does actually make sense. And I like that. When you're talking about sci-fi, make the rules of the universe and stick to them. And they did. And it also, because they have these two time streams and then keep going backwards and forwards, it sets up this amazing stuff. Temporal pincer movement. What? a temporal pincer movement. You've got people going in the past, in the future, and they meet together, and they can pincer it. Some are inverted, some are not. How cool is that? Christopher Nolan wrote this. What goddamn cool idea. The third act is literally people that are inverted going to attack the same location with people that are not inverted. So you've got people going backwards, people going forwards. It's crazy. And they're all coordinated on times. God damn, it's so, so good. Now, the sound mixing is not good in this film for the first 30-ish minutes. It's really, really bad, and I struggled to hear quite a lot of what people were saying. So I had to say that, and I said it in my non-spoiler review. It's not good. It is really, really quite bad, actually. So just keep that in note. But the action set pieces are so, so, so good and so interesting. You know, cars spinning around backwards, cars doing flips. I don't know how they filmed all of this, but it's fantastic. And when you realise, when people go inverted into the second to third act, that they were actually in the cars that were doing the flips, that's when you go, oh my god, this film's so smart. And it is actually, it is like, Christopher Nolan gets a bad rap for films that, you know, have like MacGuffin and twists that don't make any sense. The twist for this film, like, he clearly listened, because the twist for this film made sense. Like, it actually wrapped itself up nicely. Because a lot of people hate Christopher Nolan for his, like, just random, you know, twist that just, whatever, you know. This one wrapped itself up so very nicely, and it really worked. So, there's multiple reveals. Like, Elizabeth Debicki's character of Kat sees a woman going off the boat at a certain point in time that turns the tide on her hatred for her husband. Turns out she was actually looking at herself. Mind blown. You know, like, that's cool, man. That's really, really cool. And it doesn't do it in a lame reveal way. It does it in a really emotional way where you just go, you basically almost ruined, you essentially ruined your own life, but you don't know it. But you have to, because that's going to set the future emotion that's going to, you know, save the world. Because that's what happens. Kenneth Branagh's oligarch character of Andre, I think it was, is going to kill himself when he gets all the pieces to the algorithm, which then destroys the world. And that's what they need to do. They need to save that. And it works. It works very, very well. Now, the ending explained. Well, it is literally explained in the film. It's revealed that the character of Robert Pattinson it was recruited by John David Washington's The Protagonist, his character in the future. And we know that Robert Pattinson's character is about to die in that scene, right? Because we've already seen him. It's revealed. The little tag there is his. I'm going blurry for some weird reason. Don't know why that is. But it's revealed that he's about to die, and I thought to myself, what a horrible way to end the film. But it's not, because they actually have a really touching goodbye, but also a hello. When John David Washington's character says, you know, you never told me who recruited you, and he said, haven't you worked it out yet? It was you, but not now, not yet, in the future, and also in the past, sort of, so to speak. And he's, you know, have we done things? Yep, you're gonna love them. And it's a goodbye from me to you, I guess. But a sort of hello and a start of a good friendship too. Like, it's just, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I don't know, why have I gone so blurry? Have I come back? I really, really liked it. I thought it was just, it wrapped itself up so nicely. And if it didn't do that, I would have been very disappointed. Genuinely very disappointed. I would have struggled to enjoy the film as much. If they left it as that just horrible, yeah, he's going to die, and that's it, and you can't do anything about it. I mean, he is going to die, and they can't do anything about it, but that interaction makes the world of difference. And it made me really appreciate the film a hell of a lot more. So I really like this film. You must go out and watch it. I don't know why I'm so blurry still, but whatever. You must go out and watch this film. Genuinely. So, so good. It is out in the UK. Theatres are open here, so yeah. Social distance, go watch it. Do whatever you want. It's well worth the price of admission and well worth watching on an IMAX screen. Thank you all so much for watching my spoiler review of TENET. If you enjoyed it, please do give a big thumbs up. Thumbs up just for the blurriness, because fuck it, why not? Please do share it. Thank you all so much for watching. We're Mr. H. Take care.